Bath Salt's Ben is one of the fiercest competitors I've ever had the luxury to record. He's taken on friendly roles with people his rank,
I will not quit! No one stops me!
above his rank, black belts, and even local tournaments.
If he rolls, take the bet.
But there are two things in his career that he hasn't had the chance to face yet, and they're both going to be conquered today. The first one being a black belt and a wrestler who wants to grind him into the dirt. And the second one being
The sponsor of today's video, Raid Shadow Legends, a mobile game that has over 600 champions. Those 600 champions all come from specific factions, and my favorite one are the High Elves. Their homeland, Arabia, has been around for thousands of years, surviving the fall of the Lizardman Empire, helping humans form civilization, and defeating the orcs. But it all changed when Surath, the Lord of Darkness, convinced elves to go evil and attack the kingdom. The civil war almost ended the elves, but Arabia survived, and they're stronger than ever. I love to play as an archer, so Adjudicator is my favorite. And this month, Raid has special events and activities, including Forge Pass Season 3, which has a limited edition artifact set, new champions, and awesome new skins for Madame Surus. But wait, there's more. Everyone's favorite champion, Death Knight, is becoming a legendary champion, and I can't wait to see Ultimate Death Knight. This is the best time to start Raid. If you click my link in the description or scan my QR code, you can get unique bonuses worth $30. That's a free champion Terrell, 200k silver, 1 energy refill, 1 XP boost, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon awesome champions as you get in the game. All this treasure will be waiting for you here. Boom! We're back, and we have Bath Salt's Ben the blue belt taking on Andy the black belt. Now this isn't Andy's first rodeo on the channel. He's gone against me and against Brock.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it.
But this will be his toughest challenge yet. And the reason I say that is because Ben is a cardio freak. Even if he can't pressure him with his own game, he's gonna pressure him with cardio and gas him out. But let's hope that somebody that's reached black belt is able to maintain control over this monster. But first, with all gi grappling, we first have to watch some loving dancing. But Andy gets tired of Ben being so clingy, so he pushes him away. But Ben's gonna show him what evil really looks like, so he pulls him into the guard and he's trying to show off his wonderful guard game. Ben is playing 4D chess by attacking the lapels and going for a cross collar choke without controlling the posture. But Andy uses some black belt magic by using his knees as a lever to open this guard. Ben's never had to deal with this before, and Andy's able to push his elbow down so he can bring the knee in to start passing Ben's guard. In most of Ben's rolls, he ends up giving the back on his own terms. But Andy's taking it from Ben and not giving him the choice. Ben is trying his hardest to not let Andy get side control, and he's forced to go down to his belly. Andy brings the leg over Ben's leg, and now Ben is in a world of pain. Now here's the good thing about Andy. If you're going to stand up the wrong way without hand fighting, he's not going to slam you on your neck for it. Instead, he's going to use that wrestler mindset where he constantly wants to drag you down to the mat. And this is great against Ben because this is how you get to tire him out. Now pay attention to the wrist that Andy is controlling. He's going to use this to roll Ben over, then he's going to attack quickly with the Kimura. It was a hard crank on the attempt, but Ben was smart enough to keep his hands glued together, so once Andy transitioned to the Kimura, he wasn't able to break the grip and get the submission. Andy's going to give it a few more tugs trying to rip this Kimura out, but Ben spins with him, preventing any submission. But Andy quickly transitioned to the lapel, and let's see if he can get a choke with this. Well, to be fair, the answer is no, because Andy's actually going to be perplexed as Ben is setting up again the reverse buggy choke with no neck pressure. Now a lot of times I get comments asking if Ben is putting this all on for the camera, and yes, I'll agree that he does like to amp it up for the camera a little bit. But you know who doesn't get affected by the camera at all? Andy. He's going for the win, and this should satisfy everybody saying that they want to see Ben go up against a higher belt that isn't going to let him play around. Now while these two scramble it out, let's do my question of the day. And my question is, if you could have any dream matchup for Ben, who would it be? I would love to see Ben survive the mountain suplexes if he were to give him his back, but let me know in the comments below. Now Andy's favorite submission is the paper cutter choke, but Ben is rolling to his stomach, making the submission impossible. If Andy knew how to do a guillotine, this would be the place to use it. Instead, just going to circle behind Ben and maintain control, and Ben's struggling, looking for a way out and trying to breathe. But Ben finally finds his way out. He's looking for arm control over Andy's left arm, he's standing up, for some reason he grabs the legs to try and escape and Andy gets scared and runs away, but Ben's not done with Andy. He comes charging at him.
You're locked in here with me!
Andy decides just to pull guard, looking for a butterfly sweep. Now Ben is looking for the loop choke, but Andy is a family man. He has that stubborn dad energy, and there's no way that submission could work on him. Ben's knee shield is working some serious overtime, because this is the longest I've ever seen him hang on to a guard, and when you're going up against a black belt, that's not an easy feat. But Andy's going for a cheeky technique by shoving his head into the ribs and forcing the cradle. He's hoping he can lock Ben up and then pass around the legs instead of having to deal with a knee shield. And in true Ben fashion, he'd rather just let him move around him, take back mount, versus going to his back and shrimping just a little bit. Now sometimes when I'm watching Ben, I just want to scream through the monitor and tell him how to get better. I try not to do it live because I don't want to be biased towards one person, but if Ben could just change a few things, he could be so much better. He already has the cardio and the insane energy, he just needs to develop some actual escape mechanisms. Step 1 is to bring your head up. If you're always looking down, it's too easy for them to bring you back down to the mat. Then you have to hand fight so you can peel the hands off your wrists, and then you can start building a base to work up. I'm sure plenty of people that watch these videos are in the same boat as me, where they wish they could tell Ben what to do and how to change it because they'd love to see the improvements from him. But until that happens, we're gonna have to watch Andy fail at multiple submissions as he's trying to get them over Ben. Andy in the past has won a lot of gold medals in competitions, and I think you can see why. He mostly just looks for control and not to risk anything. Ben has a big oof moment as he tries to stand up and bonks his head on the mat.
I'm fine. Come on.
But staying true to his warrior ways, he's not going to let that stop the roll. Instead, he's just going to keep bonking his head as he tries to stand up multiple times. Now, if you've made it this far in the video, you're going to finally see Ben get something going for him. As Andy tries to take the back, he loses control and Ben is finally able to shake himself free and he gets up on top of Andy. The roll is coming to an end, but he's going to have a glorious way to end this round. Andy's on the verge of cardio tapping and Ben can feel the energy coming out, so he goes for the finish as he's mounting on Andy, and we all know who the real winner is. Thanks for watching.